So I have crafted an hack that really works wonders to cause or to force a tree to branch so that we can have more branches, and the more branches we have, the more fruit, of course, we. A good morning to all the farmers, the gardeners, and generally all the people that are interested in the growth and cultivation of food in general. Now today is the 17th day of January 2025, and I want to focus my attention on the apple tree and a few cultivars that I have in my garden. This one here is one of the cultivars that I have. It hasn't produced yet, and this was like one of my first apple trees. As you know, in a tropical climate, and generally in the past few decades, apples were not known to grow in tropical climates, but nowadays it's really doing well and thriving. So this is one of them. It is 3 years now old, exactly 3 years old, and it hasn't produced as yet. But this type of apple tree is actually a bush. You know, apple trees have stems, and they have branches branching out of them, of the stems, and they are generally woody stems and branches. And then they have, of course, the cover, the outside part of the stem, which usually carries the nutrients of the to the tree from the ground. So as you can see, this one here is multiple branches. You can see quite multiple branches. They are not very thick. The height of this particular bush tree is roughly, in my estimation, I can say it's about 8.5 to 9 feet tall to the tallest one, that lead branch there. And the width of it, of this bush tree here, we can say it's also about 9 feet across. As you can see, it's spanning from there, and it's going all the way, many branches, to that one, this one here. And the branches are just many multiple branches, quite a number of branches. And even the trunks, we have quite a number of stems. You can see this tree here has many branches right from the bottom there, many trunks which are from the bottom there, and then they come up and they are really branching a lot and making this bush tree here. In contrast, I have this other apple cultivar here. This one is also about the same age, about 2.5 years old. And when you look at it, it's just a thin stem that is about 1 centimeter wide, just 1 centimeter wide, and the height is about 6.5 feet tall. You can see. But the contrast is that this one has no branches at all. At all. 6.5 feet tall, thin stem, but not a single branch is on this particular apple tree. And we all know that unless an apple tree has branches, it would be quite difficult to get any amount of fruits, because the more the branches, the more fruits you can get. Because where will the fruits come out of if we only have a tree trunk, very thin one for that matter, that has no branches from it? So I have crafted an hack that really works wonders to cause or to force a tree to branch, so that we can have more branches, and the more branches we have, the more fruit, of course, we'll have. So this one here, this tree, was also growing like that. This is also 3 years old, and this is the way it was growing, tall and straight like that. But I cracked an hack, and this is my hack. You see, the result of my hack is that we have from bottom to 2.5 feet, I have these two very robust branches there, and then it also has branched. Another one is here facing down, and we have these other two, you can see here, 3 of them, which are branching upwards and very, very healthy and robust. And then the tree is here bending like this. So this is how I did it. You can see from here, I took the whole tree and I bent it. This is the hack. You take the tree and bent it. See, I bent it down there. As you can see, I have tied this one here, and I put it under a rock. You can see this rock here, this one. I put the string under the rock, and here again I came and tied it to this one branch here. So the tree stays bent, and for about 2 months now, it has stayed like that. And all these branches you can see coming up here have come up within the last 2 months of tying or bending and tying this tree to this rock here. It's a very simple way. There's nothing much, not a rocket science, but just a rock or a stone and strings, and you pull it downwards, and then it gives you branches. So as we go on, I'm expecting more and more branches out of this stem, especially where you see it works because the strain, when you strain it like this, when it feels strained, then it's triggered by nature. Naturally, it gets triggered that it's being attacked, so it brings out branches that go upwards. We could also say there is the play of gravity on it, because usually trees are supposed to grow upwards by nature, by gravity. So these branches here are responding to the gravity, and growing upwards to mitigate this bend and strain on this tree. So now, my friends, my gardener friends, farmers, and all my subscribers, thanks for watching. Kindly subscribe, and if this has been beneficial to you, you can always like, and you can also share it with other farmers and friends so that we keep on growing food for the world. Thanks for watching, and have a new growth in this new year 2025.